Do, 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 do.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I can't do that, Dave. You know what it's like? It's like when you're outside and there's fresh blanket of snow, and maybe it's still snowing a little bit, and everything's quiet, and everything seems to be moving in slow motion, and it's the chill, like there's a little bit of a chill on your skin, and you just feel like you're moving slowly, and everything's quiet, almost as though you're becoming one with nature.
Yes. It's like it's almost like you're succumbing to the glamour of the snow.
Dun dun dun.
On that note, I'm Paul.
I'm Steve.
And this is Check Your Shelf.
The dead of winter.
That's right.
And in which we return once again to one of my favorites, Algernon Blackwood. And I have here with me my Flame Tree edition with this pretty textured cover.
Yes. And I have my penguin edition.
And if you're following along
my
today,
cool leopard on the cover.
If you're following along, open your hymnals to page 79, where we have the glamour of the snow.
Yes. By the way, for those of you that don't know, which is everybody but me and Steve probably, through the months of January and February, we're going to be doing something called the Dead of Winter, wherein we try to read as many like frozen horror, scary ghost type stories as possible. It doesn't matter where it takes place, as long as it's cold and snowy and spooky and atmospheric. And nobody does atmosphere like Algernon Blackwood.
Nobody. That is true. This was really good. This little story. I knew that you would know that I liked it. I like skiing. This one has skiing. I like the mountains. I like the snow, and this has all that.
Yeah.
Our friend Hibbert.
Yes, Hibbert.
Our friend Hibbert is a writer, and he said he observes that most people live in there are two worlds. That most people live in either. He didn't call it this, but like the aristocracy, the bourgeoisie.
Yes.
Maybe that term had not been popularized yet. I imagine this takes place, he didn't really say, but what, early 1900s? Late 1800s?
Well, this was written in like 1909. I don't know exactly when he wanted it to take place.
Yeah.
So.
Pre-Russian Revolution, so most people had not been reading Marx. He was in the Swiss Alps.
Yes.
And, on a little vacation to try to finish his book.
Yeah.
As one does. Yeah. But he was observing that people are in two different worlds. You're either the rich people there to do touristy things. You could have been rich hotel owner, probably rich restaurateur or whatever. But then there were the peasants. He called them the peasants.
Yes.
What
we
they're
would
doing
refer to them as locals.
Locals, the locals.
They were the peasants.
Locals who probably hate the tourists, but also that's how they make their living. So
anyone who has ever lived in a tourist town understands the locals' hatred of the tourists.
It's a love-hate relationship, because it's like they come in and they buy stuff, which allows me to have my, my local cow milking operation.
Yes.
What do they call that? Oh, farm. Dairy farm. It's another word for dairy farm. Cow milking operation.
Yes.
And so, yeah, but those two worlds. But he said, uh, I splashed coffee on my face. I was trying to be cool and drink the coffee in a cold, and I splashed some of it. Anyway, I was on a roll until I splashed coffee on my face. All right. So he's here in this town noticing two different worlds.
Yeah.
And he says, but I see a third.
Yes.
Well, first of all, very relatable because he's like, I could see myself relating to either of those two worlds, the rich or the peasants. Because he saw something obviously he belonged to the rich class because he's there writing a book.
Yeah.
On
when I
Swiss
first
vacation.
read that, I was like, I read it over summer because I was looking for stories for us to read for this season. And I'm like, man, it must be nice to like first I thought, man, what did capitalism do to us that we can't just write a book? But I'm like, oh no, wait a minute. This is 1909 in the Swiss Alps, with the Russians and all that. So yeah, no, he's part of the aristocracy. He really, his book probably sucks, but he's writing it anyway.
Everybody talks about him like, oh, he's writing his book.
Yes.
Crazy Hibbert.
Yep.
Old mad old Hibbert.
Yep.
Which I'll return to that in a second. The mad old Hibbert. Maybe in a minute. It might be a minute. But anyway, this whole idea of being able to relate to two different worlds I love because that's my dad preached that to me growing up. He's like, you're going to go to college and you're going to be, get all that book learning, but you got to be able to talk to the owner of the factory as well as the people working at the factory. He always taught me that, so I can relate to old Mad Hibbert.
Yep.
But there was a third world, which is the world of nature, and he felt like he truly belonged to that world, and anything else was just pretending.
Yes, and nature doesn't like either one.
That's right. Nature will kill you any chance it gets.
So, nature is the wet nurse who wants you dead.
That's very poetic.
Thank you.
Or as we call it in my family, just wet nurse.
I'm sorry about your trauma.
Wet nurse. Can you imagine being rich enough to be like, I'm just going to hire somebody to get pregnant once in a while so that they can always be... That's just weird. The idea of a wet nurse. Isn't it weird?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's weird. It's like governesses, man. What do they still have governesses?
I think New Jersey just elected a governess.
Anyway,
back to the show.
Yes.
It's weird having this on because I feel similar to Hibbert in the story. I feel really isolated. Like I can hear okay because I've got my earbuds in, but I feel like I'm in a cave.
Yeah.
All right, so he's in this Swiss Alps town, village, whatever, vacationing, working on his book, pining to be in nature, when he meets the mysterious woman and skates with her one evening and falls in love. Basically.
Yes, hook, line, sinker. He kids himself. What's the word in the book that? Oh, hold on. There's a word in this book that took me out. Hibbert, as a rule, was punctilious. What the hell is punctilious?
See, that's why it's good to read it on the Kindle because you can just click on it and look it up.
But yeah, anyway.
Punctilious. He was punctilious. That's a very romantic word.
Yeah,
started using it.
Like he wasn't so bold as to just go up to a woman and start talking. He had to be introduced and everything, but then, she shows up and all that goes out the window.
His punctiliousness just flopped right out.
Which should have been his first clue.
Yes. Yeah, so they have a nice time skating, but then nobody got anybody's number because they didn't have numbers yet. It was 1909. He spends a large part of his vacation then like looking for her. She's nowhere to be
Hmm.
found. Of course, the
Yeah.
weather changes to the point where it'd be nice weather. It's nice weather for cow milking, not nice weather for vacationing in the Swiss Alps because the
Mm.
snow's no good. The snow gets all when I used to ski, we'd call it like gravelly, and then it gets icy, gets all
Hmm.
scraped off, and people are
Hmm.
just like, "This sucks." Right? 10 days go by. I'm like, who goes
Yeah.
on vacation for more than a week? Like clearly this guy doesn't have a job back home.
The aristocracy. That's who.
Yes, that's who. That's why just a few years later there'd be a revolution in Russia.
Yeah.
He so this whole time's like a couple of weeks, not good weather. And then the weather turns again and wonderful, wonderful snow comes.
Yes.
And everybody's like, the skiing's gonna be awesome. And he goes to some costume party. He doesn't dress up. But as he's leaving, guess who he sees?
Mm-hmm.
This nameless, heretofore faceless siren of the night. And wackiness ensues. Can't say much without spoiling it, but it turns out she did not have his best interest in mind. But this is where it got a little weird for me. She reminded him of his mother and his former lover.
Yes.
Not sure what happened to his former lover. I missed that part.
I
Maybe.
I get the implication that both have passed on,
Yeah, that makes
and
sense.
some things to point out in this story, and maybe we will get to the ending a little bit because we can go right up to the lead up and not spoil anything.
Yeah,
But one, again, he's 40 odd years old and he's old.
yeah, right.
I just want to point that out. He's old, his 40 odd years, and they got him acting like he's this befuddled old man. You know, maybe in 1909 people were, but I think in 1909 people were a little hardier than that, especially
Yeah.
Russians. Although not so much the aristocrats because they sat around and while the real Russians toiled, the real people toiled.
In
The
Switzerland.
the other thing is the way it should come as a shock to nobody that this man perfectly captures that feeling of being outside at night in the winter
Yeah.
and how it is simultaneously beautiful and terrifying,
Yes.
and the terrifying part about it adds to that beauty
Yeah.
because I as someone who has spent a lot of time outside in the winter at night, it's got this deathly quiet sound that just makes you feel like you're the last person on earth, but there's eyes on you, and it's just such a great, scary feeling,
Mhm.
and he captures it perfectly.
Yes,
And
he
the
does.
thing about and the he mentioned something about the Chinese lanterns sputtering and smoking. Man, you
Mhm.
can see that. Just a couple of words he writes out because this town is because there's a festival going on because of the tourists. The town is lit up with all these Chinese lanterns, and the flames are getting hit by the snow and it's beautiful. And the way he describes the church that he walks across, which is or as I like to refer to it as Chekhov's church. Um, it's just I know writers because I dabble pull from our imaginations, but we also pull from our experiences. And I would be willing to bet money that Blackwood has been in or had been in places like this because he describes it like he probably remembered the street that he wanted to write about and wrote about that street,
Bet.
and the way and his dialogue with and this is a very sparse dialogue story. Like
Oh, like
Wendigo's got
almost
plenty of
no
dialogue.
dialogue.
There's
Yeah.
maybe like 10 lines in this. It's like a 18-page story in my Penguin version, but it's probably 10 lines of dialogue, and half of them is the girl. Um, but like when he's at the ball and he's not paying attention to whoever he could be dancing with a man or a woman. He don't even know or care because he's got his eye on the door and out the
There would be
windows.
no way of knowing.
And then when he just kind of wanders off, and like you said earlier, the one guy's like, "Oh, you can't bother Hibbert. He's one of those writers." It's like, how many times have writers heard that?
Yeah.
Oh, your
Yeah.
mind, your head's in the cloud. You're not where you're supposed to be. That's old Hibbert. He's out there in La La Land doing his writing.
Yeah.
It's so well written. I read this thing 5 or 6 times just to absorb it. It's beautiful, and yeah. So he meets he meets the girl again. They decide to go. They decide to go skiing, and that's
At
when at night after the storm, when the storm is still going on, I believe, and that's when it's like if you've seen Rosemary's Baby or read it. I don't know if it's in the book. I didn't read the book. In Rosemary's Baby, where she's like in this trance and there's all these people around her and they're doing terrible things to her, and she's like, oh God, this is really happening. It's like he has that moment.
Yeah.
And some people might say that like his stories are kind of anticlimactic, or they don't deliver. This one absolutely has a pulse pounding climax. I feel, not just for Hibbert but for me reading it. This story is great.
I will say, Tim might not like it because he from Secret Fire Books. Go check out his channel. It's awesome. He's
great channel, great dude.
Great dude, great channel. Horrible taste in Algernon Blackwood stories. He doesn't like Algernon Blackwood because they don't deliver. I mean, that's one of the criticisms of Algernon Blackwood is they don't deliver in the way that like other horror delivers in the end.
Yeah.
So this doesn't necessarily deliver. So he may go, really? That's it? After all this buildup? But to me, it was perfect. Yeah. Like, I loved it. But, there's no accounting for taste, right?
Right. This is a much shorter story than, say, The Willows or Wendigo. But I would implore Mr. Secret Fire Books to give this story a shot. It's not a huge investment of time, and it does have. I think it has the kind of ending he wants.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, we're not going to say what the ending is because that would spoil it.
Yes.
However, I will say it's. I don't think this is a spoiler, but one of the things I don't quite vibe with is when stories, it's not clear. Like, they make you believe that I can talk. I have words to say, and they're going to come out in an order that makes sense.
Eventually, we'll get there. I'll fix it in post.
Yeah, you'll just move the words around.
Yes.
So the reason I keep stuttering, okay, I'm going to say it. If you think it's a spoiler, you can take it out. How's that?
Right. Sure.
Like, you don't know, like, all that could have happened. Like, they call him Mad Hibbert. What could have been? He could be schizophrenic, right? Like, the way they end it is like, okay, it could have been supernatural, or maybe he is crazy, right? There's no, like, I like it when, like the movies, like you'll have a movie where the very last scene, the camera pans and then it zooms in on something and you go, oh my God, right? It was real. This one, the camera pans and zooms in and you go, huh, I don't know. Was it real or is he just crazy? So I don't know if that's a spoiler, but
that is not a spoiler. In fact, that's one of the things I really like about this story is you could go either way with it, and it works. If you like psychological like horror, it works for you. If you like supernatural horror, it works for you. It's up to you, I feel, to decide whether or not it's real or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you don't like that kind of story, that kind of ambiguity, then just don't read it because you'll be mad at it. But I feel like it has enough punch at the end that it should satisfy just about anybody.
You know what though? The whole thing about nature being a character, just like the Willows, like I had been and like Wendigo, I had been in the areas that he
Hmm.
describes. I've
Hmm.
been skiing. I've been in, like you, I've spent a lot of time outside in dangerous weather. Um, and one time we were skiing. I was with my friend's wife, and we were the two. We matched up in ski
Hmm.
ability, so we'd go off and ski together. We were doing a back bowl, which is like a dangerous part of the mountain, and it was really deep powder. And then a snowstorm hit,
Hmm.
and we saw an instructor teaching a class. So we're like, let's hook up with that class. This instructor has to get these students down the slope.
Hmm.
She'll get us down the slope too. Because you couldn't tell the bowl is such that it's not narrow paths, it's just wide open.
Hmm.
So we're like, we know down is the right way to go, but if we don't go down the right way, we could end up somewhere where there's no way to get to the ski lift. We
Ah,
could we could just be, if the ski lift is over here and we end up over here, we're
yeah,
screwed. And
yeah.
and it's getting late and we might have to dig an igloo. And I guess we live here now. That's how it felt, right? We saw the instructor. This is how bad it was. We see the instructor. We're like, hey, we're just going to join your little crew here. And the instructor said, please don't. I'm responsible for these 5 people. I can't be responsible for 2 more. And she was scared. There was fear in her eyes. And this is a ski instructor. I'm like, okay, this is dangerous.
Yeah, see, I thought when you said back ball, I thought that was that thing that you and your cousins smoke behind the house when you go for a walk on Thanksgiving.
A back bowl. Hey, man. Yo, let's go do a back bowl behind the trailer.
That's right.
So yeah, that whole feeling of danger, and that's part of what makes it fun, right? And
Hmm.
then at night, we used to go to Colorado and stuff skiing
Hmm.
back before we had kids. Um,
BC.
that's what we do with our money now. Uh, so at night, you look up at the mountains. It's really, you're like, that's where we are during the day skiing, but it's so high up there. You see these little lights. They're just grooming the trails with these snowcats, and the lights are just way up there. You're like, that's where we are during the day. I can't imagine being there now, but somebody is because somebody's driving that snowcat.
Yeah, yeah. Perspective.
Yes, absolutely.
Or hindsight, or just coming to your senses.
Yes. Hey, I'm excited for Dead of Winter. This was fun, and it was a nice short read. Um, I did it this morning because I woke up a little bit late, and I was like, "Oh crap, I got to read that story."
Yeah,
So,
that's the beauty of it. You can read it. You can read it in less than an hour if you're that type of reader.
yeah,
All right. So the question then I have for you, Steve, on a scale of 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, how would you rate the glamour of the snow?
3.
Yeah, it's a good
Not
3.
it's not the best Blackwood story I've ever read, but it's really great.
Here's how flawed our system is. I give like Wendigo and the Willows a 4, an easy 4. I give I give Glamour of the Snow a 3 because of its accessibility.
Yeah,
So
it's the
take our
system.
rating system for take away from it what you want.
Welcome to Check Your Shelf, where nothing matters. The rating system doesn't matter, and everything is Chekhov's everything.
I don't think we're gonna
Chekhov's
do any
church.
better than that.
The Church of Saint Chekhov. I think you're right. But I did want to say, this is our first one of the new year.
Hmm.
We're not doing Dead of Winter every time.
No,
There's
just
no
as much
time
as
limit or anything.
possible.
I'm
Yeah.
excited I've been watching people's videos where they talk about 2025 and what they have planned for 2026. Very, very excited. This is the year of the booktuber.
That's right.
We all were kind of like, some people have been doing it longer, but a lot of us were just kind of getting like feeling our oats, right?
Yeah.
Wait, is that the right word? We were just trying to get our sea legs under us. Wait, we were trying to get is that right? Sea legs? People
Yeah.
say that.
Either one works.
So now that we're getting a little momentum, this is exciting. We're going to be talking with Ishmael from Robert E. Howard Foundation, otherwise known as John. Yes. And, I'm pretty sure it doesn't bother him because when he sent me an email, he put Ishmael in parentheses. There's nothing more flattering than a great nickname, especially one you gave yourself. So we're going to be talking with him to toast. I think a lot of people are. We're going to be toasting Robert E. Howard for his birthday. That's one thing that our little corner of BookTube absolutely adores Robert E. Howard. So.
Yeah.
And we're going to be doing more of these, Dead of Winter. If you want to join us, just read, like Paul said, read anything cold and scary.
Yeah. Basically, that's it. Cold and scary.
That's what my wife calls my feet when we're in bed. Hey, I just got a pedicure. She got the belt sander out. Anyway, that's enough about my feet.
Yes, please, for the love of everything good in the world.
I'm still reading House on the Borderlands. I want to get through that because I hear it's great.
Yep.
At some point, I'm going to read Wicked, something. We call that one something or Wicked? Something Wicked this way comes.
Wicked. I call it Wicked when I'm texting you because I don't feel like writing out something Wicked this way comes.
I'll be like, we're writing that take on the Wizard of Oz where the spoiler alert, the evil witch turns out to be the good witch.
Mm-hmm.
It's a show called Wicked. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm going to read something Wicked this way comes before March because we're doing Martian March where we're going to read stuff by Ray Bradbury.
Yes. I forgot about that.
What an exciting first quarter we're going to have. And then we'll think about the second quarter when we get there.
And if you don't want to miss any of that, go down below, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon so you don't miss any of our videos.
And if you leave a comment, that actually, I've noticed the videos I comment on get served up to me in my feed. Yeah. So if you leave a comment, you'll get served up more of our videos in your regular feed. Yeah. It also helps the, the magical algorithm. Yes.
And I monitor the comment section, and you try to respond to everybody, good or bad, except that one guy. But we won't get into that.
I responded to that one guy. Oh. So please do that. Meanwhile, let us know what you're reading. If you have a channel, link it below. We'll come check it out. Let you know if you're any good. We don't judge here. No. It's a judgment-free zone.
Yes.
If you don't stop me, I'm just gonna keep going.
I'm waiting for you to keep. You're laying down gold, man. So I'm.
You're waiting for that one moment. I could just start grabbing books and being like, maybe I'll. This is about this. Talk about scary and cold and scary endurance.
Yeah, do that. All right. Well, that's gonna close the cover on this episode of the. I almost said "Don't Panic" radio show. Check your shelf.
Sit back, relax, and ignore the news, because nothing you just heard was true.
Those were the days. This was, like I said, our first episode of the Dead of Winter. I'm Paul.
I'm Steve.
And the next time you're looking for something to read,
check your shelf.
I see what you did there. See, I see.
I waited, for I knew you would come.